Okay, rough storyboard for video 2 here. Sarah and her team are working on the brand plan. They've done tons of research and assembled a SWOT analysis. That's helpful, but they still lack guidance about what to do. The options seem infinite. What's missing is focus on how to get the team to build growth strategy around important customer value and competitive distinctiveness. The 3Circle growth process provides that focus. Here's how it works. First, we'll get you focused by defining the growth case context. We might call this framing the problem. We start by asking, what's your growth challenge? Then we get more specific in defining a growth case around a company unit, one or more customer segments, one or more competitors. Once you've framed up the growth case, we ask you to step into customers' shoes. So Sarah would gather her team and they would ponder some questions about customers. How do we think Sue thinks about her choices in this category? When she's thinking about choices, what options does she consider? What factors affect her choice and how important are they? Who is better on those factors, our brand or the competitors? What we're really after here is some structure on what we mean by customer value. So we can think about these customer choices around these factors and importances, and we can begin to consider and sum up the drivers of customers' decisions and how we are positioned on those drivers. So in step 2, we're making our best estimates about this stuff. Then comes step 3. Here, we're actually asking customers like Sue these very questions. Through interviews or surveys or both, we find out how customers answer and think about value. These answers provide a very strong foundation for building growth strategy. Given what we did in the first two, in steps 2 and 3, step 4 begins to produce insight. 4 things we can look at immediately. What factors were less important than we thought? What factors were more important than we thought? Are there any choice drivers that we missed? Which choice drivers are we understanding and focused on? More significantly, though, are the insights produced by sorting the value we've identified around the different areas of the 3-circle model. So step 3, we discover these factors. In step 4, we draw insight from the data. Things like, what's our unique value? What is the competitor's unique advantage? What are common points of parity? What are customers' unmet needs? Lots of insight about all 7 areas, but just hang on one second. It's important to stop and say, well, why is this important? In other words, what do we get from this sort of analysis? That comes in step 5. If we can sort the value that customers seek, then we can figure out how to grow it. All right, we need to first define a compelling area A and then build and defend it to strengthen our competitive advantage. Think of Amazon's uniqueness in building infrastructure for the most comprehensive online store in the world. We may be able to reduce costs by removing or reducing factors that provide little value to customers. The restaurants Chipotle and Five Guys have thrived by getting rid of excessive menu variety and staying focused on their basic distinctive offerings. The team may focus on brainstorming on ways to neutralize competitors' advantages or to explore whether points of parity that might be built into area A exist. Now, that was the Vesicare story. And Area G provides a great deal of unknown territory often to focus on innovation. The founder of Charity Water uncovered an unmet need that was pretty stunning and in hindsight perhaps obvious. So let's summarize. The 3-circle growth process takes you from defining the growth case context in step 1 to getting the team to put themselves in the shoes of customers in step 2. To step 3 and learning from customers how they truly value choice options. As to step 4, which gives insight from that step 3 research into what value we own versus what value the competitor owns, and so on. And the very important step 5, in which we explore and brainstorm new ideas about growth strategy and opportunity. Right, but there's other steps we haven't mentioned yet. Once we get ideas from step 5, step 6 allows us to screen and evaluate the cost and impact of those ideas. Step 7 helps us build a strategic and tactical plan. And step 8 allows us to engage the team in laying out execution planning. Now there are 8 steps we've discussed here provided in the 3CircleGrowth application, which is a cloud-based teacher and guide for this process. 3CG allows you to focus, conduct and organize research, and collaborate with team members on growth strategies for as many growth cases as you can define. It is the digital language for driving growth strategy in businesses of all sizes. Last question might be, why does this process work? Have a look at the next video to find out. 3CircleGrowth. Focus, then grow.